Right, we will try that again, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from cloudy San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. This is a message for millennials this morning. You need a little patience. Yeah, and quite frankly, you need a lot of patience. I'm going to deviate from my normal commitment to executing alliteration and verbalization and the synchronization of the language that flows from my mouth this morning to bring you something a little off so that it will make sense for you millennials. Let me see if I can articulate this in your current language. Ain't nobody owe you nothing, sucker. Ain't nobody owe you nothing, little boy. Ain't nobody owe you nothing, little girl. Ain't nobody owe you nothing. Nobody owes you a dadgum thing. Let's just be real about this for my millennial friends out there. I remember at one time, my pastor, who's currently my pastor, having a conversation with me because of the gifting of speaking and encouraging, and we had people all over the world that would come to our church and call me out and talk to me about this global thing that's going to be happening in the future and being able to be used by the good Lord to make a difference in people's lives and all this good stuff. And I remember asking my pastor, will you train me? Will you equip me? Will you help me? And he said, yes, I will. And the time is right. I'll send you out and it'll be time for you to show up on the stage of life. But we're going to be doing some training first. And I said, great. What are we talking about? 3 months, 6 months? What are we talking about? And he said, and I kid you not, about 20 years, son. About 20 years, son. The next words to come out of my mouth confirmed to him and me that I was definitely indeed nowhere near being ready, because he said, great gifting without great character is a recipe for disaster. You will take out yourself and everyone around you. Great gifting without great character is a recipe for disaster. Not going to put an Uzi in the hand of a 3-year-old. And so, guys, I understand, millennial babies. I get you. I know you've been raised on Orville Redenbacher's instant popcorn, and you've been raised on instant coffee, and you can push a button and make something happen and push a button and get something done, and things are just happening at a pace so quick, so fast, and you're so used to it. You can swipe a card and get yourself some instant money. Well, I have some news for you, little man and little woman. Character and integrity does not work that way. And great gifting without great character is indeed a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster simply because one begins to believe their own press and to think that they are actually something when actually it may just be a simple gifting. And by the way, I would like to ask you this. How ludicrous would it be for a Lamborghini, so let's just say this, for a Lamborghini to drive around town going, I am amazing, I am incredible, I am remarkable, I am unbelievable, I am a Lamborghini. And someone say, who made you? Nobody made me. I just showed up on my own and I'm super fast and super sexy and super amazing. No, you give credit to the manufacturer of that vehicle for what it can do. Now, is it up to a driver to determine what happens when you turn the key? Is it up to a driver to determine what happens and how that vehicle is utilized? Yes. But does the vehicle take credit for being an amazing vehicle? No. It must give credit to the manufacturer. Do you give credit to your manufacturer? Is a question I have for you. You know, true humility comes from recognizing that you cannot do what you do at any amazing or great level if you aren't first given the gifts that you have. And you see, submitting yourself to that type of acknowledgement puts you in a position to realize that to develop the character and integrity, to walk in the true power of your gifting, takes time. It's going to take a little patience. It may take 5 years, it may take 10 years, it may take 20 years. They say it takes 20 years to build a reputation and only 5 minutes to lose it. And you've seen examples of this throughout your entire life. It takes a little patience. Ain't nobody owe you nothing, little guy or little girl. Ain't nobody owe you nothing. I want 15 an hour. I want 15 an hour. Well, are you worth 15 an hour, my friend? Instead of talking about, well, let's raise the minimum wage. How about you change the language and thinking and accept responsibility and say, I intend to raise my minimum skill set standard, my minimum knowledge standard, my minimum experience standard, my minimum value standard, so that the marketplace will pay me what I'm worth. If you want more, you got to be more. You got to do more. And the good news is you have the ability now in this generation to have resources and access to resources, even for free on YouTube, videos. I mean, the material is out there for you. My question to you is this: are you taking advantage of it? Or are you hoping somebody will just wave a cute little magic wand over your head or go, cha-ching, you now make $100,000 a year, little Johnny, you know, because golly, you just deserve it, you know? Well, no, little Johnny, you don't deserve it. Little Johnny, you deserve to have, you know, 3 hots and a cot, bro. You deserve that until you contribute back to this planet, until you give back from what you have become in this world. The more valuable you become, the more money you will earn if this is important to you. And like Zig Ziglar says, money isn't everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen in the gotta have it category. So, you know, having it is better than not having it. And I will tell you this: nobody owes you anything. You owe it to yourself to become the very best you can be with the gifts that you have. Acknowledge where those gifts come from and recognize that your greatest fulfillment and income potential will come from you not trying to blend in, but from you choosing to be uniquely who God created you to be and use the gifts He uniquely gave you in service to other people. Do you know, I had to get over myself when I came to making these videos last year, because I realized I do not have all the answers. What I do realize is I have enough that I've put in me that if I put a little bit out there every day and one person has a changed life or a changed thought or a changed relationship, then I've succeeded. I'm not going to wait until I think I have all the answers to begin to use my gift. You know why? Because I would never use it. I'd end up in the grave with never having served humanity with what I currently have. So here's my charge to you. If you're a youngster and you think you deserve 100 grand a year plus, well, guess what? You earn the ability to do that by becoming a person of value, not just because you want it, little Johnny. So focus on this. Gifting can take you somewhere, but only character will keep you there. And then you have a season of time that you've got to invest and sow and work and grind before you see multiplication. It's not going to come any other way. I wish I had better news for you, little Johnny, but I don't. So I hope you guys have a great weekend.